When I trim my plates, there's a few other tricks I also often use to get them looking the same. And so for this plate, I used my calipers, which I use to measure the inside of this set of plates to make sure that I don't trim too far. I want the foot to fit inside the rim of the plate, but I also don't want the foot to go so far that it makes the plate unstable. So after measuring the rim, I'll use my calipers to mark out the spot before I start trimming so that I know I have a good spot to aim for when trimming my foot. This method allows me to make sure my feet are going to make the whole plate as even as possible. Since plates are one of the forms most common to have crack as they dry, since they're often a little bit bottom heavy, measuring the foot exactly allows me to get as close to the edge there as I possibly can without accidentally cutting through the bottom of my plate. When I first started making plates, that was what actually got me most of the time is I either left them too thick or I trimmed through the spot right where they curve up from the foot, and measuring the bottoms has helped immensely. I'm also putting a double foot ring on this pot, even though I'm pretty sure it's not going to warp. I would rather be sure, so I make sure that most of my plates now have a double foot ring to save myself some heartache in the kiln. The spirals from trimming the bottom aren't quite as good because you don't get that beautiful continuous spiral from the center out, but the spirals are still delicious enough for me to want to film them this way. Making these little plates was a joy. It had been a while since I made them, but I really love making plates. I find it very satisfying to throw something low and wide and get it to survive. And here's what this plate looks like trimmed.